Whoa, and hello. Goddamn. I sound tired, I think. Anyway, hello everyone. Welcome to Writing Wednesday, even though looking at my watch, it is Tuesday. For you it's Writing Wednesday, because it's gonna be Wednesday when I upload this. But I wanted to record it beforehand so I don't have to stress myself tomorrow. With recording the video and then editing the video and then uploading the video, all of that while I have to go to work in the evening. So before I stress myself and then cannot do what I wanted to do, I just decided, let's do it this way. For me it's not gonna be Writing Wednesday, but for you it's gonna be Writing Wednesday, and no one will ever know, so shh, no one tell. So my genuine idea was to just have a shit ton of random wheels for this, and then with the random wheel decide whether we write like a character it's X reader, like a self-insert, or a character X character, or whatever. And if it's gonna be from, the characters are gonna be from a game or a series or a movie and all that shit. I've been working on these random generated wheel things for the past hour. They're not done. It's a lot of work. So I decided that for now, for today, we're just gonna write down a couple plot points, story ideas, and maybe even some actual descriptions and parts of the story for the Bitter Oyster. We're gonna work on the visual novel again, and then maybe I'll draw some for it too, later today or this week sometime. We'll see. But yeah, that is the basic plan for today, is just writing down some stuff. And if you come with me to our working space for this, let me explain to you. So you will see basically what I'm writing here in this document. Hello, hello. Even though it is not supposed to be bold and underlined, but that's another thing. I'm gonna be writing in Comic Sans because that shit helps with my creativity insanely. If you ever have to write something a lot, take Comic Sans, and if it's for school, just change the font back after writing it. I don't know why, but it helps. It's crazy. I also genuinely, I like the font. So please don't come after me. Anyhow, this is basically where the work is gonna happen, and then we have Ellie's music and a little place where you just see a song and a cover of an album and a band, because I personally work better with my playlist for writing than with the good old Ellie Boo Stream BGM and video BGM. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have you guys get a look into my playlist, while I also personally will hear my music, so I get more creativity and shit. So yeah, I'm advertising my favorite songs, or songs that I like, bands that I like, artists that I like, and it's starting with a band that I really like one of my favorite bands, not gonna lie. I found them over a year ago at this point, and I love them. I love them, that's all I'm gonna say about them. I love them. I've seen them live twice, because they're a small band, so I've seen them live twice, even in a neighboring city. So yeah. And this is our workspace basically. So yeah. So it won't be awkward silences and shit. For you guys, I will put in some background music that you will have heard since the beginning. When editing, I will try and edit in nice background music that I usually have on stream and stuff. So yeah. that is that. I'm currently saving the document, so don't mind me pausing in between. I think that's all. As always, we have... Ooh, what I don't have here. Hold on. I need one picture here that is still missing. Give me a second. I thought I had everything, but apparently I don't. Of course I need my Tomo Booze with me. No! God damn it. Yeah, there we go. It's a bit smaller. There we go. Bit bigger again. There we go. This is lovely. Now we have you guys, and we have me. We can write. I'm gonna save the document first, though. So basically, first point of today's list is just gonna be writing down some like main plot points, and I have another document open that you guys can't see, but it's... hold on. It's the document that we've written before with like the ideas that we had and the names, and then what we have for the characters, like the sum ups of the characters and stuff. And all that stuff that we've had. Yeah. That is what I have open on the other side of my screen. Right next to the document that you guys see on the screen. And I'm just gonna give myself like 15 minutes now to write down some plot points, maybe. 15 minutes, does that sound okay? Maybe I give myself a timer of 15 minutes. Hold on. And then for 15 minutes I write some plot points, and I'll see if I can write like some story part for 10 to 15 minutes, possibly. I will speed it up again if I just don't talk and I'm just writing and vibing, so if something is not interesting, I'll speed it up editing, so you guys don't have to sit through me writing for 10,000 hours just being quiet. Good. Now I'm turning on my music. You guys will be able to see what I'm listening to. And plot points and story ideas. We have that it plays in the forest of Mushiku, which was the Mushroom Nation. Poison mushrooms, mysterious deaths, suicides and murders, yes. You need to collect clues and solve them. Time loop question marks? Oh boy. Oh yeah, we wanted to have Hydrania die or be proven innocent. I think dying and then the murders continuing, but the mysterious deaths continuing would be funnier, if you ask me. Mortal jellyfish bitch girl, where everyone thinks she died but she didn't, or dies first of all. Oh yeah, that is... that would be hilarious. Yeah, okay, I have the points. We had the fact that because Hydrania has the nickname the Bitter Oyster, because she's from the sea and very bitchy and not friendly. That's why she's got the nickname the Bitter Oyster, which is also the nickname for the mushroom. But she's now in Lifa, find out that the mushroom killed the first person, only call it by like the scientific name Panellus stypticus. Yeah. Subplot of on wanting to contact the shady doc, but it's a waste of time. Because I've had like the idea that some old time shady doctor had a prophecy about the Bitter Oyster killing someone. The first death is some random that no one cares about, so I just need to draw some character's death. Less but impactful deaths, yes, that was important. Okay. And at the top I had like first ideas was fantasy world, unexpected plot twist question mark, and love setting situation question mark. And protagonist read a fantasy book, and once they finished, they got an isekai into that book. They're the only human. But I've changed that, at least in my mind, which was like, I don't remember who I wanted to have as main character. If it was Kenox or someone else. I think it was Kenox though. Yeah, I wanted to be to play the player plays Kenox, detective boy. Okay, so after all that stupid talking of mine, haha, I'm gonna start with like the first death as a point, because it's a plot point. Some random died and no one knows why. So basically what we're gonna do now is just take bullet points and write down some bullet points about that, yeah. So maybe I should put like the first death as kind of a header, a bit bigger, and everything that's important to the first death is gonna be underneath there, and therefore this is gonna be like more of a main point, because it's gonna be a point, play a part in every row death. There we go. Can talk. So there we go. This is plot points. Now for writing, I kind of want to give myself like 10-15 minutes for just writing next. Question is how much I will actually write, but that's like another point. And then the question is, what do I write? Definitely gonna give like a space in here, and then go to, I think I had 11 points, bold and underline for headline. Hold on. Yeah. And then I'm just gonna be like, what do I name this now? Like, story parts? Writing story parts or something. So I just have this kind of. Now back to, I'm gonna be like the first death. Again, and 10, then go back to 9 and just write, because I want to write something to the first death, since we have plot points for the first death now. I want to write a bit to the first death, maybe like a scenery description or something first. I really like writing scenery descriptions, so maybe like a bit of a scenery description, and then maybe some talking to, I don't know yet. We'll see. 15 minutes on the clock for me. Alright. This is what we got now. We got a bit of like the death scene description. Bit of a death scene description and some plot points. Oh, I'm gonna add this to the note with scribbles.
I don't want our love to be something of a Juliet of a tragedy. Don't let me go, take me from this story. It's just what I've been thinking.
There we go. So I have all of this now. I'm actually getting work done for the Bitter Oyster. And I remembered that we want like introduction pose things. I remembered that I wanted to draw these, so I may look for one and then draw one of these, and then you'll get like a drawing speed paint this week too, or a drawing stream. We'll see about that one. I do have some things to do, but yeah, like I said, we'll see. Yeah. But this is what we got today. We have who plays the player, who does the player play as. It's like Canox, the Dragon Detective. We have the note with strange scribbles, which is supposed to be scribbled mushrooms that are like very scribbly, and you can tell it's mushrooms, but it could also just be someone drawing random lines on a paper. And it's the killer's trademark, because every victim has one on them. Because I like the idea of a killer having a trademark. Then I'm just gonna turn on my music real quick, because this keeps me from talking nicely, and I don't need the music anymore. And then it's like crumbled up as if it was someone tried to write something, and it's like, oh no, this isn't good. Crumbles up the paper, and then the killer opened it up again, and then they just folded it twice very neatly, but you can see like the marks that it has been crumbled up into a ball, kind of. For the first death, we have that some random person, spiderling. I'm calling them spiderlings now. I like the idea of spiderlings. Spiderlings sounds nice. Better than spider thing or spider person or human spider mixture thing. Spiderlings sounds nice. So, like people that are part spider, part human, or completely spider, all of that is spiderlings. It has a nice sound to it, ring to it. I like it. So the spiderling died mysteriously. No one knows exactly why. In the middle of the night at like 2 a.m. And then players go to the scene. We're gonna have to go to the scene. And when we get there, it's like 10 a.m. Because remember, I don't know how much you remember, but the dragons live, as far as I remember, in the mountains, in the shallow mountains. And it's not that far from the shallow mountains to Mushaku, because they do have they share a border, small one. But it still takes some time, because neither does Canox live directly at the border, and same goes for the murder that hasn't happened directly at the border. So yeah. Then we find the body leaning against a mushroom, but like I've described on here, not exactly as if he was just sitting there, because half of his upper body is like against the mushroom stump, and the other half is half in the air and half on the floor, like half on the ground, whatever you call it, I don't know. So it's like not comfortable at all. Almost as if someone tried to make him like sit up to make it look as if he was asleep. But yeah. Then with the help of Shizna and Leifa for autopsy, Shizna often takes on the autopsy parts if someone passes away. Usually it's not murders. But Shizna, being a witch who works with potions and stuff, usually takes on autopsy parts. And she asked Leifa just for support when she found the mushroom spores. And then they find out that Leifa is usually the support if Shizna has there's plants or something involved. I believe it's this and that, but just for a second point of view, she asks Leifa usually then. And Leifa's like, oh yeah, that's this and this, or oh no, this could also be this and this. Because Leifa knows a lot about plants. So does Shizna, but it's better to have two opinions, you know. And these two find spores from the Panellus stypticus. They are deadly, poisonous, which is why the man died of poisoning. Cause of death, poisoning. And the clues that you find there is like cause of death, the note with the scribbles, and the victim has scratches on their arms. Could be from trees or rose bushes. We don't know. I mean, we do know after she's not finishes her entire autopsy, because she finds in these scratches, she kind of finds like tree things, like little dots of tree, I guess. I don't know how to call it. Parts from a tree, like, but really small ones. But she's not a witch, so she can do that with her magic. The scratches are about a week old because the spiderling who lives in Morda has been on a trip in Mushaku and has been out of Morda for about a week. And therefore they are healing and about a week old and not like 2 days old. And then we have like the victim is a spiderling. I can write spiderling now. From Morda. And he was on a trip to Mushaku and scratched himself a lot in the trees because spiders hanging in trees and stuff. And then we have the first death scenery, which is kind of just people whispering around and all that stuff, making up theories. Whoops. And we make our way through, and then it's like first look. If you take just a first look, you're like, oh, isn't that spiderling just leaning against the mushroom sleeping? No, because the pose looks weird. Looks as if someone tried to make him sit up and stuff. And then he's actually dead. Has been for about 8 hours or something. And we find the paper, and we think it's mushrooms, but it could also just be random scribbles. So we're like taking a mental note to go ask if he knows more about it for a second opinion. And then the entire thing of like it's crunched together, opened up again, message written on it, and then folded neatly. Weird. That's all we have for today. So, hold on, where is it? Here it is. Thank you, everyone! This is today's video. I don't know how to make outros, and probably gonna edit it tomorrow because I want to do something with friends too today. Sometimes. And I still have to farm for Tartaglia, and I still have to farm for the dragon Danhang. I call him risotto. Form. So I still have some stuff to do. I hope you guys enjoyed this idea of writing Wednesday, and whenever I just keep my mouth shut and you're gonna have just music playing, sometimes me maybe talking some bit to myself. If you can just like do your homework or something in the meantime. Technically, that's what I used to do sometimes, like watch streams where people write stories or something and then do my homework or write on my own stories. However, please do let me know what you think of this idea and how I've at least today, how I've done it today. What your opinion is on that, because I want to know what you guys think of the things that I'm doing, okay? I do these things because I think they're fun, but at the same time, I always want to know what you guys think too. Because you guys are important and your opinion is important to me. Unless you start hating on me, then your opinion is like trash in my opinion, but everyone gets to have their own opinion. If you start trash talking me, I'm just gonna laugh myself together with friends, or like I'm gonna read it and be like, oh, this is such bullshit. But yeah, that is it for today. Keep an eye out if maybe you will get a speed paint, or maybe I will do a stream because I'm bored. I don't know what I will stream. Maybe a drawing stream. Maybe I'll draw on the stream and then upload the speed paint afterwards. Who knows? But yeah, that's it for today. I'm heading off now, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your days. Thanks for stopping by. This is kind of weird. Streaming is not as weird. Now, conclusion. concluded. I'm out. Goodbye.